are live. Welcome to the channel. We're going to dive right in, guys. I'm already screen sharing. We're going to go over some statistics of the Denver metro market. I'm going to show you some of the things that I'm seeing shifting in today's market, which are really, really positive signs. We need this shift. And through January to February, I wasn't seeing a whole lot of activity as anticipated. Now, maybe I'm just pessimistic about the market and I kind of like to poke holes in it, but relatively speaking, I feel like we've had a much slower start than normal and I'm ready for things to get picked back up. So there's some good, insightful information that I'm going to share with you that hints at what is shifting in the market. Let's dive in. First things first, generally, if you haven't been with me before, we're looking at the Denver metro market, which is the 7 major counties in Denver metro. And based on all of those stats, we're being able to put all these graphs together and look at market trends. So right here, average price per week, the orange yellowish line is 2025. The red one is 2024. And then you have different years in the gray. As you can see, we're right in line with average price. This graph goes up and down and up and down. So I don't put a whole lot of weight into these graphs, but they are indicative of medium and average sales price in Denver metro. And we're right on target with last year's pricing trends. As you can see, we kind of started off the gate strong. We went up, whereas all these other graphs went down. And then we corrected down, and now it looks like maybe just slightly up in terms of price in week 5. Median price, sold price is actually down though. This is average price on the left, medium to the right. Here's where I'm seeing a little bit of the shift, which I'm very, very excited about, guys. And for those of you who haven't joined on the channel before, please make sure to subscribe if you like the information. This is really, really insightful, data-driven market analytics, but I think that I deliver it in a way that you can understand and ultimately make smart real estate decisions because of it. In this market, you can actually play the market. In previous years, things were just so crazy in the real estate market, even post-pandemic. Hold on. In pandemic, it was so crazy that it didn't matter. Like the charts didn't matter. Your decision-making process wasn't really weighed heavily on what trends are showing us. But in today's market, where things have really shifted over the past couple of years, this stuff matters to set you up for success and give you the best chance at succeeding in today's market, when success is a measurement of selling your house for the most amount of money possible or getting the best deal possible. Having this type of information can help. So be sure to subscribe to the channel, comment down below. I'd love to answer your questions. As far as new listing count, as those of you who have been with me for some time, we talk about this quite often. We don't want a ton of new listings because supply and demand ratios need to stay at a level that is healthy for the market. And if you're getting way too much supply or way too much demand, etc., that's where you see major shifts in the market. I don't necessarily want to see those. I don't think it's necessarily healthy, especially coming off of the pandemic years. And so we want this to be fairly stable and enable us to have an appreciating market, but nothing crazy to where there's generally, I don't know if I'd say equal, but benefits to both buyers and sellers. So we love seeing this line right here where new listings tapered off a little bit. As you can see from week 1 and 2, we really started everyone listed their house the first and second week of January, and that's tapered off a little bit. So that's really, really good because overall inventory is up. It's up. And we want that to stay somewhat close to this trend line in 2024 so that we can remain in a healthy, imbalanced market. And then what I'm really seeing here, this is the shift I'm talking about, is you see this big old line right here? This is under contracts, shifted way up compared to week 4. We're above the trend line for 2024. That is really, really, really great news. And it's showing us that the spring market is now, we're entering it. This line right here, this is the spring market that we're entering. Now, it's a little premature. Spring is March. But I think this kind of signals okay, we're past the winter months, we're past January, and we are now entering a different market, which typically occurs around this time every year, week 5, 6, 7, and then we really are in the spring market. So I really loved seeing this data point with more homes going under contract than listings becoming available. And actually, let me rephrase that. We had an uptrend in homes going under contract, whereas we didn't have an uptrend in new listings coming to market, which is great. However, in Denver Metro, we still have more homes being listed than we have going under contract. I'm hoping that flips come spring for all my sellers. I'm really hoping it flips in spring. Sold homes, downtrend, downtrend, downtrend. And finally, we had a pop in week 5, and we got quite a bit of sold homes coming to markets, coming to the trend line in that first week of February. Now, guys, what's interesting here is this average days on market popped up. Generally, we don't see that happen. As you can see, these graphs, they just trend down, 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 down. My expectation is for next week is that also trends down. But as of right this second, week 5, which is essentially first week of February, that peaked up, which is interesting. It's saying that houses are taking longer to sell. Concessions by week. Oh, this is super important for buyers and sellers. Concessions are up. This is the just general average of how much concessions are being offered on any given home, and it's $8,000. Meaning, seller, if you choose to price it $700,000, you can expect on average, other homes around you on average are granting buyers an $8,000 concession. And that's kind of regardless of price. As you get up to luxury homes, $1 million plus, I'm sure this number is a little different. In fact, I know it is. But in terms of, just general market, anywhere 400 to 800,000 ish, that's kind of the average concession being offered to buyers. But guys, this is really the shift right here. We really, really like to see this. And if you are somebody who is in the market as much as I am, analyzing all these different markets, then I happen to know that we had a much bigger shift. If we come to my hometown, Brighton, Colorado, this is very exciting. This is really, really good for sellers. First off, days on market, average home price in the orange peaked up quite a bit from week 4. That's awesome. Prices are going up. New listing count took a nosedive, which is awesome. And under contracts, look at this, guys. Look at this. Took a rocket ship in week 5. I absolutely love to see this. We need this. We need this, especially for my sellers. For buyers, obviously, generally what's best for a seller is not best for a buyer. But still, this is really, really good, insightful information. And it's showing that there were way more buyers buying homes than there were new listings becoming available. We also saw sold homes trend up since week 3. That's all great news, guys. This is really, really good. Listing to contract also peaked up, which is interesting. Like a significant increase in average days on market and median days on market, meaning when you put the sign in the yard and to when you go under contract, that number almost reached the peak of the year, which is super, super interesting. I expect that to come down in coming days. Let's end with this, guys. And if you have any questions, again, throw them in the comments. All of my contact information is down below. As much as I love doing these videos for you guys, I love nothing more than actually connecting with you, talking about your real estate goals. And I've been a licensed agent here in Denver, Colorado, in the greater surrounding areas for the last 10 years. So I'm here to support you in your transition, whether you're buying, selling, or investing. I want to be your guy. I want to be your go-to real estate resource. And all my contact information is down below. Text me, call me, and let's get you guys moving. Last but not least, we're going to go over just real quick a market update from Colorado Home Realty. And let's see what they have to say. In Colorado Home Realty, by the way, is my brokerage. But this is just another take on the market based on actual trends, but done by the owner of CHR, who spends way more time than probably most people I know on market, not just the real estate market here in Denver, but the greater market implications from an economic standpoint, both here in the stateside and worldwide. Interest rates. Here, let's zoom in. Here we go. Interest rates, inventory levels, home showings, and under contract properties are the 4 primary indicators we track to gauge how the spring's real estate market might unfold. These metrics help us determine whether buyers will face fierce competition or if sellers should prepare for extended marketing times, price reductions, and more buyer-centric environment. Which, guys, I think that's the market we're moving into. But hey, that's why we do these videos, to make sure whether or not we are in that market or a different market, because that matters when you make decisions. Our year-end and early 2025 analysis had us anticipating that pent-up seller demand would bring more homes to the market this year. However, we also projected even stronger pent-up buyer demand, driving a more seller-friendly climate, increased market activity, and steady home value appreciation. Although it's still early, recent data suggests we are on point. Interest rate. For the last 3 weeks, rates have been modestly but steadily declining. Yes! Thank you, interest rates. I don't care where you stand on any issue or thing or perspective or thought or idea. We are all, most of us human beings are all on the same page of give me a lower interest rate. So I think I can celebrate with you in the fact that this is declining. Now, it really is modest. There's no significant changes in rates, but hey, we will take a steady and modest decline over an increase all day long. Inventory. While inventory often dips at the start of the year, we've seen a gradual increase since January 1st, ending last week. We already went through that. Home showings. Year-to-date showing activity has only slightly surpassed the historical busy years of 2020, 2021, and 2022. But look at the difference year-to-date, how many showings we've had compared to 24 and 2023. Guys, that's buyer demand. That is the indicator of buyers buying and out there looking for homes. This is great. We love to see that. Under contract property so far this year, under contract figures rank as the 4th highest in market history, with 908 properties under contract last week. Now, if we look at that, what he's talking about here is, let's just reset this, go back to Denver Metro. Let's see. So far this year, under contract figures rank as the 4th highest in market history. Interesting. 4th highest in market history. Well, that's probably actually right, because if we eliminate 2022 when rates were 2 to 3%, 2021 to 2020, that's why he's saying the 4th, right? Remove all those years. This is the 4th highest. He's likely even tracking back to even pre-pandemic years. But so this is really promising. This is really good. We're out of the gates really strong relative to previous years with homes under contract. And even though we're at the 4th highest, we're still lower than homes becoming available on the market. So it's just something to really consider here when making that statement that we need this. Even though we're high relative to inventory, we need that number to be at 908 or more. Anecdotally, bidding wars are resurfacing in certain market segments. Where? What? I kind of kid and joke because I've had listings that are quite opposite of bidding wars, but he's right. There are markets where you get bidding wars. So that's awesome to see. However, real estate remains hyper local. Just what I said. And I promise I hadn't actually read this before this live. One neighborhood may be experiencing rapid gains while another is stagnant or even depreciating. That is true. To make well-informed decisions, guys, I told you this is important. On go-to-market or offer strategies, it's vital to rely on detailed neighborhood-specific analysis rather than broad market assumptions. If the 4 key indicators continue trending upward and buyers remain aggressive, we expect home values to rise this spring, days on market to decrease, and buyers to face more competition than they have in nearly 3 years. To be determined, to be seen. We have so much inventory that I think it'll kind of counterbalance out and it will feel similar to the recent years, but maybe I'm wrong. Still, many sellers may feel the market is slower than they'd like. Yep. While showings are up and buyers seem more assertive, the average seller is seeing just 3.3 showings per week, much lower than the frenzy of 2021 and 2022, when inventory was below 2,000 homes and the average property saw 14 to 16 showings per week. Wow. Oh my goodness. That was a crazy market. Although the signs are largely positive for sellers, it's important to prepare thoroughly, get your home market ready, Be prepared for fewer showings and anticipate longer time on market. You may be pleasantly surprised as conditions continue to shift, but keeping expectations realistic will help avoid disappointment. Guys, if I could just say that 5 more times. If you are looking to sell in this market, please, please, please just reread that, rewatch the video. It's so important to understand that one thing. We can see positive trends, but ultimately right now in today's market, it is slower. And so I might be very excited that we might see a little bit of a shift in the market, but it could still take 4 to 6 to 8 weeks to sell your home. You're looking at three showings on average a week. That's not like a significant number, but relative to the market, that's really good. Hope this is helpful. Guys, if you have any comments, throw them in the chat. Even if I don't answer them today, I will get back to you. Thank you so much for your support in the channel. It means the world. We are here for the long run. We're going to grow this channel. We are going to grow the content. We are going to bring better, more impactful, more insightful, more inspirational content to you guys. But ultimately, it's all going to be focused on helping you guys make the best real estate decisions you possibly can. So be sure to subscribe to the channel. You'd be shocked at how many of our viewers aren't subscribed. And the reality is we cannot grow without your guys' support, not just in watching the videos, but also subscribing, liking, commenting, and share them with people you know in the market that could use this information. And last but not least, my contact information is down below. I'd love to connect with you and talk specifically to your real estate goals. And folks, that is it for today. Thanks for joining, and we'll catch you on the next one. Cheers.